Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I have a guitar from the good people over at Strich, I believe is how you pronounce this. I know it's been pronounced a whole bunch of different ways, like a lot of the other guitar companies have been, but I believe the CH is hard. It's a Strich or Strich, Streak as they pronounce it in Germany. It's either Strich or Streak, like trick or treat. I don't know. Anyway, the good people from this company reached out to me and asked me if I'd like to do a review on one of their guitars, and I gladly accommodated. So this is, as you can see, well, let's clear things up front right first. The guitar was given to me to review. I was not paid for this video. So this video is going to be, as all my other videos are, unfiltered, right? It's my real opinion on this guitar. And I'm going to talk about what I like about it and honestly what I don't like about it. So pluses and minuses of this guitar. So first off, let's talk about the guitar itself. So it is an S-style guitar, obviously a Strat-style guitar with a hot rod or a humbucker at the bridge. So it's not a conventional Strat configuration. You've got ceramic pickups, a humbucker at the bridge, 2 single coils, and you have a non-maple fretboard. So it is a Techwood fretboard. So it's artificial rosewood, a rosewood substitute. And it doesn't state what the radius is on the neck, but it doesn't feel like a 9.5-inch radius. It feels flatter. Feels more like a 12-inch radius to me. On this guitar. It's a nice thin neck. So if you like thin necks, you will love this neck. If you don't like thin necks, you might not. But I happen to really like it. I think it's a comfortable feeling neck. What else do we have to talk about here? C shape. The bodywood is kind of not really described clearly. It is, I believe, maple. You can see it's a pleasant grain on the wood. It's a 3-tone sunburst top, and there's the back. It's solid black. Pet peeve. I don't like guitars that are half. If you're going to do sunburst, it should be on the back as well. That's just a personal pet peeve of mine. So that's a suggestion to this company, maybe when they come out with newer models to unify it. And make the back, I know it's a little bit more expensive, but make the back sunburst. Most of these budget companies are doing that now. The body feels like full thickness. Tuners are just sealed, inexpensive sealed tuners. Maybe they're 12-to-1 gear ratio, I'm guessing. But you know what? They do the job. These are better than some of the other guitars that were advertised as having high gear ratio tuners that I've tried out. So these tuners actually are not bad on this guitar. They hold tune fairly well. They don't go sharp or flat very easily. Yeah, no complaints with the tuners that come with the guitar. What else here? Let me see. I'm just making notes as I'm doing this. 2 string trees on the headstock. That's what the headstock looks like. I've seen worse. This is not a bad headstock. It approaches the company that we're trying to go after here with a little bit of modification so they stay out of trouble. I don't mind that headstock at all. Plastic nut. Pickups are ceramic. 6-point tremolo on the guitar. 1 volume, 2-tone, standard Strat configuration, 5-way switch. The switch is actually a nice, solid-feeling switch on the guitar. The pots are probably not, full-size pots, I wouldn't imagine. They feel okay on the guitar. The bridge is an inexpensive pot metal bridge. Let's see. Oh, so that's a quick, snapshot of the guitar. Back of the neck is maple. It's a satin finish. It does have a slight finish to it. Doesn't feel like raw wood. It's actually a nice feeling neck on this guitar. Let's see what else we've got here in terms of what the guitar comes with. So, it comes with goodies. Comes with this little, I believe, yeah, it says it, 10-watt amp. It's a Bluetooth amp. Allows you to plug in a headphone. What else? Yeah, it's a basic little practice amp, 10 watts. Is it going to be great? Probably not. But you know what? It'll get the job done if you're just starting out, to have an amp to start with, which is a great thing. And it's portable. And it's Bluetooth. Comes with, obviously, the tremolo arm for the guitar, as well as the Allen wrench that you'll need to adjust the neck. It comes with this little Strich goodie bag. Let's see what we got here. Guitar strings. No, this is a capo, excuse me. Comes with a capo. These are the guitar strings. All right, a set of strings. These are 9s that it ships with. Very nice. Nice touch. This is actually not a throwaway. This is a decent guitar cable. That's impressive. 10-foot guitar cable that ships with the guitar. Looks like a decent serviceable guitar strap. Cloth guitar strap. So far, so good. I've seen a lot worse accessories on some of the brands that I'm talking about that ship with this stuff. This is a nice cleaning rag, a cleaning cloth that it comes with. And let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, wow. And a digital tuner. Yeah, I'm impressed. These are all nice things, especially if you're a student just learning. You got everything you need. A full, turnkey guitar kit to play. So, so far what they've, included here I think is great. Really impressive. I think it's good stuff. Nice job, Strich. Nice job. Okay. Put that there. Now, it also comes with a gig bag. And this is a cloth gig bag. It has, is it greatly padded? No, but is it better than a lot of the others? Yeah, it does have padding in it. This will protect your guitar in addition to, it's not a dust cover, as you can probably see here with Strich on the bag itself. So, yeah, this is a decent quality gig bag. I have to give them credit. Now, you want to hear it? We'll play it a little bit. So, we'll play it clean and then we'll play it with some dirt. So, first off, let's play just basic chords clean and I'll go through the pickup positions. So, this is the neck pickup on the guitar. Neck in the middle. Just the middle pickup. Volume increase because now the humbucker is coming into the equation. So this is the middle and the humbucker. Hear that? That's the humbucker. So you're getting a volume swell when the humbucker is engaged. Quite a jump. Now that's, in my opinion, it's not very well balanced between the humbucker and the singles. That's the only, but at this price point, you're not really going to find that. You're not going to find that on many guitars. So you're going to get a bit of a big jump. You can always adjust it. You know, if you get to this point, you just cut back on the volume, obviously, right? So it's not a deal breaker. But yeah, so that's it clean. So yeah, they're usable tones on this guitar, actually. The stock ceramic pickups in clean mode sound okay to me. Now let's put some distortion on. We'll play so you can hear it with some distortion. This is the neck pickup. That's the humbucker. Now, interesting thing, the noiseless positions on this are a little different, right? So, position 2, which normally is noiseless, as you can hear. 3, 4, usually 2 and 4 are noiseless. It's 5 or 1, depending upon how you look at it. 1 and 2 or 4, depending upon how you look at it, are noiseless. Interesting, so it might be wired a little different. And I'll play some single notes. Sorry for the 60 cycle hum there. So, that's the distortion on the guitar. Now, let me just knock this off so we don't have a lot of noise. Let's talk about the pluses and minuses to summarize this guitar. First off, weight. It's 7.1 pounds. So it is not a heavy guitar, which is nice. Supposed to be maple. I'm assuming this is maple wood. So that's the weight. Now, pluses and minuses. This guitar, from a feel standpoint, playability standpoint, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've had it for a little bit now. I've given it a couple of test drives. And the neck, I just love it. This thin neck is very comfortable. There's 0 sharp frets, so out of the box, there wasn't a sharp fret to feel on this guitar. The stock ceramic pickups surprisingly sound decent on this guitar. Again, I've had many budget instruments at this price point that sound a hell of a lot worse than these stock pickups. What else? Packaged well. It comes in a Strich box with a styrofoam, coffin case inside where the guitar fits into the styrofoam with its accessories. So it was packaged well by Strich. I mentioned the frets are smooth. The tuners. The stock tuners on this guitar are surprisingly decent tuners. They're not, locking tuners. They're basic tuners. But they hold tune, which is important. So the two things for a learner or student are going to be tuning stability and how easy or difficult it is to play, right? And the action on this guitar out of the box was very low. Very low. In fact, I can raise it a bit. But for a student, it's not difficult to hold down chords. it's very, very comfortable to play this guitar. Now, things that are, I'm nitpicking some of these things that I'm, not crazy about is the finish on the guitar. There were some, blems on it, right? It's got a pretty noticeable one. I'm saying noticeable, right? And I'm struggling to find it, but I don't know how well you could see it, but there's a ding. Can you see it by the strap holder on the front of the guitar, on the bout? There's a ding in the paint. Where else? Front of the guitar, you can't really see very easily enough, but there were some like slight indentations in the wood under the varnish. Over here, can you see that? Yeah, there's a bit of a dent. Let me see where else. Man, I don't know how well you could see this, guys, but can you see that white line there on the lower bout? Yeah, there's a scuff. I don't know if that could be, polished out or what, but there's a paint removed or something there going on. You see it? So there are minor cosmetic things going on with this guitar. Again, at this price point, I don't know if it's even worth complaining or mentioning, to be honest. The nut is cut, not great. It's a cheap plastic nut. It's cut, I would say, fair. I think the low E and A's are a little too deeply cut. But again, minor stuff. Really won't affect too much at this point. The setup might be raised a little bit. It might be a little too low. There is a little bit of buzzing going on. What else? The bridge. Very cheap pot metal bridge on this guitar. But again, everything I'm mentioning here is pretty much the case with low-end budget instruments. Now, what's the target market for this? How would I position this? This is a great learner's guitar, a great student guitar. Someone that's unsure if they're going to stick with the instrument. You don't want to, spend a ton of money. You want something that's decent quality to good quality at that price point. And it comes with everything you need to get started. Like I mentioned, the amp, the gig bag, the cable, the strap, the picks, the tuner, the strings, the whole bit. This is perfect for an entry-level situation. Whether it's a student, your first guitar learning, you're getting back to playing after being away from the instrument maybe for decades or whatever the case might be. That's it. Now, where would this fit in terms of the competition? I would say Monoprice, right? The Indios. It probably fits along those lines. Some of the entry-level Donners. Groats, I would even venture to say that the Groat entry-level Strats, this might be a little bit better. What else? I'm trying to think. Those are really the best comparisons I can make, in terms of entry-level Strat-style guitars. But yeah, I mean, I'm impressed. I think it's a decent quality. It's certainly a playable instrument. It feels nice to play. It sounds decent. And you can have a lot of fun with it. So guys, let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Oh, price point. That's the other last thing I want to cover. So, this guitar is normally $179.99 on Amazon, which is not a bad price considering everything you're getting with it. They have it right now for $155.99, which is really good, in my opinion. $150, and you're getting soup to nuts and a decent quality instrument. That's a pretty decent deal as far as I'm concerned. So I will put the link, the Amazon link, in the description. Again, if you have questions, put them in the comments. Guys, I really need help here with videos these days. There's I'm getting zero activity. I don't know what's going on, if YouTube changed the algorithm or whatever, but it's really pathetic. So if you could share this video and encourage others to watch, that would help me out tremendously in terms of any kind of sustainability on this channel. And until the next one, be well, see you soon. Take care.